And here's the thing, an excellent cut can make the diamond look bigger and more brilliant than its actual carat weight. At Wove, we typically recommend excellent to very good cuts because they give you that incredible sparkle that we all love. Formally, only round diamonds get a formal cut grade, but there's other things with all other fancy shapes. Think any other diamond shape instead of a round that can still show its grading and what kind of cut it has, what kind of measurements it has, and how much light it can reflect and how much it can sparkle. These are all things we pay attention to.
We're back. It's Simone here from Wove, your new favorite jeweler. Now that I've caught you up on all the details around different cuts, I want to get into more of the other 3 C's, but not just giving you the normal, here's what the C's are, here what they mean. I really want to give you like the lowdown on the combinations that are necessary for you to have that stellar ring. Obviously, we all would love to have the best of every single C, of course. However, sometimes the best of every C doesn't actually give you the look you want. Sometimes it can be very sterile, it cannot have any personality, and sometimes that's not really what we're going for. We want to have those slight imperfections sometimes to really relate to how life is. There are slight imperfections in our lives, and so having something that's perfect may not be the best route for you. Oftentimes what we're seeing is that people are moving that scale up and down across every single C. So what we try to do is, once we understand the cut of the stone you want, the carat weight you're kind of going for, but then most importantly, how you want it to look on your hand, then we can help you with those combinations. Because sometimes, like for instance, if I have a client that comes in and wants a champagne-y toned diamond, well, what does that mean then? Well, that means I don't want the top of the scale on color, because the champagne tone is gonna come from the lower scale of color, but then we can go up on carat weight. But hold on, let's back it up. Let's talk about the 4 C's. So I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of the 4 C's. Cut, color, clarity, carat. Most of the time, we're always talking about carat, which we love her. She's awesome. She's usually synonymous with how big your diamond is going to look on your hand, but that's not always the case if you start to dig deeper into the elements of your diamond. And that's where a jeweler will be helpful. Sometimes a 1 carat diamond with the right cut can look way bigger. So let's get into more of those combinations where we're skewing one way or another on one of those 4 C's to get you the diamond that you want for your ring. I know for me personally, I'm always looking for a beautiful, bright diamond. So I'm always gonna skew closer to DNF for color. We always wanna have an excellent cut. I love a 3 carat diamond for my engagement ring. Just saying, proposers, get your budget up, but also anything between 2 to 3 is wonderful. And with the introduction of lab-grown diamonds, that is where you can get a really beautiful 2 to 3 carat diamond for a $5,000 to $7,000 budget. Clarity, I always like to be VS1 or higher. Basically what that means is, are you gonna see any little specks or cracks or anything in your diamond? That clarity piece is really important because it really does skew the look of your diamond if you have too many inclusions, which is basically like little specks and cracks within your diamond. There are situations where you would want a little speck or crack. That's when we start talking about salt and pepper diamonds that are on purpose having tons of inclusions. I see a lot of people who love that gemstone natural look going for more slightly included diamonds. Again, it's all about kind of looking at that scale of cut, clarity, carat, color to decide what look you want. There's a lot of different combinations and looks we can go for that will match your budget, but also match overall the style you want to approach. So now I will pause and I will let my girls, Jessie and MC, really break down those different combinations that we're seeing coming to the forefront from our clients every single day.
Hey everybody, I'm Jessie, and today I'm going to break down something that's super crucial when you're choosing your perfect diamond, and that's the infamous 4 C's. I'm sure you've heard about these a bunch, but let's make it super clear and practical so you can feel confident in your diamond journey and learn what these 4 C's are. The 4 C's first and foremost are cut, color, clarity, and carat. Think of them like your diamond's unique fingerprint. Each diamond has its individual little bits about them for each one of these 4Cs. Let me walk you through what each one of these mean. Cut. This is actually and arguably the most important C of all. It's all about how well that diamond is crafted to reflect light. We grade cuts from excellent down to poor, and here's the thing. An excellent cut can make the diamond look bigger and more brilliant than its actual carat weight. At Wove, we typically recommend excellent to very good cuts because they give you that incredible sparkle that we all love. Formally, only round diamonds get a formal cut grade, but there's other things with all other fancy shapes. Think any other diamond shape instead of a round that can still show its grading and what kind of cut it has, what kind of measurements it has, and how much light it can reflect and how much it can sparkle. These are all things we pay attention to. For color diamonds are graded from D, which is completely colorless, down to Z, which is a light yellow or brown color. Some people like that yellow tone, but most often you want as close to a white diamond as possible. But here's a pro tip. Most people, they can't tell the difference between a D-colored diamond and an H-colored diamond, especially once it's set in a ring and you're not looking at it next to other diamonds and other stones. We often recommend G to H colors because they look fantastic to the naked eye, but they offer a better value than the highest gradings and look the same when you're putting it in a ring. Clarity, this measures how clean the diamond is from internal and external marks. The scale for clarity grades goes from flawless to included, but what's really important is many inclusions are completely invisible to the naked eye. VS1 and VS2 grades, which means very slightly included, 1 and 2, they offer that sweet spot of looking eye clean to the naked eye while being more accessible than the highest clarity options and will still look beautiful on your hand. Carat, while most people focus on this first, it's the size of the stone, but it's actually sometimes the last C I recommend considering. A carat weight is simply the weight of the diamond, but how large it appears depends on the cut and the actual dimensions. A well-cut 1.5 carat diamond might look bigger than a poorly cut 1.8 carat stone because of that light and that reflection and that sparkle. They're things you want to pay attention to when you're sourcing. But here at Wove, we believe in something even more important than those traditional 4Cs, and that's our 5th C. Collaboration. You see, we reimagine the entire engagement ring journey. Instead of outdated approaches where one partner shoulders all the pressure of picking a ring alone, we encourage couples to embark on this credible journey together. I've seen firsthand how magical it is when a couple collaborates on their ring. There's something really special about watching two people learn about diamonds together, share their preferences, and ultimately create a piece that tells their unique story. Whether you're exploring different design possibilities over a cozy evening at home or working with our team to bring your vision to life, this shared experience becomes part of your story that you can talk about for years to come. This collaborative approach isn't about making a ring better, though it absolutely does that. It's about starting your engagement journey the way you approach your marriage, as a true partnership. And that's why at Wove, we've built our entire process around supporting both partners throughout every step of this journey together. Now, here's where it gets interesting, how these 4Cs work together. The key is finding the right balance that matches your priorities. Whether you're focused on maximum sparkle, maximum size, or that perfect clean look, understanding how these fundamentals and how moving each one of these 4Cs helps you make choices that align with your vision and your price point to get the perfect ring and diamond for you.
Hello, everybody. My name is MC. I'm one of the designers here at Wove. So my favorite combination of the 4Cs is an emerald cut diamond. It's around 3 carats with a VVS2 clarity grade or better and an F color stone. With an emerald cut diamond, the table of the stone, so the middle of the stone, you can practically see through it because of the elongated facets. I want to make sure that my emerald cut stone is colorless because I want to make sure it's very clear, but I also want to make sure that the clarity grade is a VVS2, VS1 or better, since the table and that middle portion, it has elongated facets so you can see right through it. So that's why it's really important to pick a clarity grade that is colorless, not near colorless or faint colorless, but colorless. So if you are someone that loves the emerald cut look, but you want something a bit different, a bit unique, something that not every Instagram girly is gonna have on their socials, I would definitely consider the Asher cut diamond as your center stone. When I'm thinking of the 4 C's in terms of an Asher cut, it's going to be very similar to the emerald cut. We are looking for a colorless stone, so D, E, or F, with a VS1, VVS2 clarity grade or better, since it has very similar facets and patterns as the emerald cut stone. It also is interesting because it faces up a tad bit smaller than the rest of the cut stones, such as a round stone, an emerald stone, a pear stone. So what you want to look for is, if you have a larger finger, you want to make sure that the Asher cut stone that you are choosing is of a higher carat weight. You want to make sure that you're paying attention to that carat weight, since it does face up a little smaller than the rest of the cut stones. So when you can't have it all, I would definitely recommend compromising a little bit on color. And that's especially if you have a yellow gold setting. In terms of a budget-friendly combo, I know I will be able to save money on a yellow gold setting. The reason being because of this is that the warm tone of the gold can visually mask a slight yellow tint in the diamond, making a lower color grade appear more colorless and therefore less expensive than it would in a white gold setting.
I know we all talk about how we can't have all the best of all the 4 C's, but no one ever really breaks down the different variations of that. So I really hope that what MC and Jesse and I just went through helps you a little bit in starting to figure out what type of look and combination matches that look that gets you the diamond engagement ring that you've been dreaming of. All right, y'all, we're about to be on our last episode of season 2. Thank y'all for rocking with me this far. We're about to go right into a roundup, which is ringing in the new year with all of the trends for rings in 2025. In the next episode, I will give our team's hot takes and predictions for what will be trending in engagement rings in 2025. If you are thinking about getting engaged in the next few months, this is the episode you don't want to miss. Thank you so much for watching the Rings and Things podcast. In our next episode, at this point, we're probably ready to start designing. There's many of us that have dreamt about our engagement ring for literal decades. This might be your first time really thinking about a piece of jewelry that you have to take seriously. So this entire episode is going to be Simone's faves, Simone's predictions, Simone's opinions, just based on what I see in the market and what I think will be cool. Okay, so my first prediction is the rise of